Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. This is Miss Sidra Iqbal, the visiting teacher of the Department of History and Art, Division of Arts and Social Sciences, University of Education, Bank Road Campus, Lahore. So I am here today with the course title of Foreign Policy of Pakistan for the program of Masters of History, which course code is HIST 4116. In the series of the Foreign Policy of Pakistan, today the topic which we are going to discuss is SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. This is an alliance between South Asian countries which is formed in 1985. It's for the purpose of trade, or we can say that this is the trade alliance between the SAARC member countries. So now we are going to know that what is SAARC. First of all, the contents which we are going to discuss in our lecture in this topic are those. First of all, introduction. We will discuss the introduction of the SAARC. Then we take a look on history. Then we will discuss the main question, which is the reason for the formation, why it is formed, or reasons behind the or which became the reasons, causes which became the reasons for the formation of the SAARC. Then we will discuss the objective of the SAARC, and then the main thing, or which is very important always in every which is always important in every alliance or in every movement, that is principles, current members. मैंने यहाँ पे एक वर्ड यूज़ किया करंट मेंबर्स, असल में इसके पहले भी काफ़ी सारे मेंबर्स थे। उसके बाद लाइक जैसे अफ़गानिस्तान जो है वो 2008 में शामिल हुआ था पहले, हालांकि आता इसी खत्ते के अंदर है लेकिन पहले इसका मेंबर नहीं था। सो करंट मेंबर्स, observers, those countries which are not the member of the SAARC but the observers of the SAARC. We will also discuss about the observers. Then the next thing, we will discuss the organizational structure. That what is the organizational structure, how it is work, what is this structure, how this organization works for the member countries. And then the because it formed in 1985, from 1985 to till now, the success of the SAARC, what are the success of SAARC, कि उसने क्या क्या अचीव किया या क्या क्या सक्सेस थी SAARC की. Then the failure of SAARC, we also discuss the failure of SAARC, how many failures, how many success they gain. Then the India and SAARC, what are the perspective of India on SAARC. We will compare it. We will done the comparative narrative. We will discuss comparison between India and SAARC. Then the political issue. What are the political issues of the SARC? Uh, and at the last, we will discuss the conclusion of SARC. So these are the whole table of SARC, which we, or we can say that the table of contents about SARC. These all things we will discuss in our lectures in the topic of SARC. So first of all, we are going to discuss the introduction. SARC. SARC is the eco-political organization of SARC is the eco-political organization of 8 South Asian nations, which was established on 8 December 1985 for friendship and cooperation among themselves and with the other developing countries, covering a population of more than 2 billion. SARC is the largest regional organization in the world. History. Idea of regional cooperation in South Asia. Idea for regional cooperation in South Asia was discussed earlier in basically जो रीजनल कॉपरेशन इन साउथ एशिया है वो अर्ली 3 कॉन्फ्रेंस के अंदर पहले भी डिस्कस हो चुका था. फर्स्ट इन द एशियन रिलेशन कॉन्फ्रेंस in New Delhi in April 1947, the Baguio Conference in Philippines in May 1950, the Colombo Power Conference in May 1954. In all these conferences, which one is in 1947, second in 1950, and the third in 1954, they occurred in different cities or in different countries. In all these 3 conferences, the idea of the regional cooperation in South Asia were discussed earlier. The first concentrate proposal for establishing a framework for regional cooperation in South Asia was made by the late President of Bangladesh, Ziaur Rahman, on May 2, 1980. Finally, the foreign ministers of all the countries had a meeting in New Delhi in 1983 where they adopted a declaration on South Asian regional cooperation. So, reasons for the formation of SARC. Now we have to understand that what are the reasons behind the formation of SARC. This is very important thing which we had to know that First of all, it is the central location of Asia. Regionally, for the trade, this is the central location of Asia. Common features of the Indian subcontinent: all countries gained independence after the Second World War. अब ये था कि दूसरी वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, तमाम जो कंट्रीज कलोनाइज थी वो भी आज़ाद हो गई थी. हम देख लें, इंडिया और पाकिस्तान भी 1947 में आज़ाद हो जाता है. तो अब ये था कि ये लोग ट्रेड के लिए, एक बहुत बड़ी रीज़न जो है इसके पीछे, वो इन ममालिक की आपस में ट्रेड है. All countries which are the member of the SAR from the part of the third world, these all which are the members of the SAR. So that's why these are the basic reasons behind the formation of the SAR. This region is poor and overpopulated. ये जो रीजन था पूरे का पूरा, ये बहुत ज़्यादा गरीब और आबादी के लिहाज से गुंजान था. प्रीडोमिनेंस ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, अगर हम देखें, अफ़गानिस्तान, इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, चाइना and many other member of SAARC are the predominant in the predominance of agriculture. ये तमाम जो कंट्रीज़ हैं, ख़ास तौर पे अगर आप देख लें, अफ़गानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान, पाकिस्तान है, इंडिया, यहाँ पे एक ख़ास हिस्सा जो है वो जुड़ा हुआ है एग्रीकल्चर के साथ. डिपेंडेंसी ऑफ इकोनॉमिक ऑन साउथ वेस्ट मानसून. अब इनकी इकोनॉमी जो है उसकी मानसून पर भी बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंसी होती है. बारिशों के मौसम में फसलें अच्छी होती हैं, तो इकोनॉमी जो है उस पर एक ख़ास जो है वो असर डालती है. Objectives. Primary objectives. The primary objective of the SARC is to improve quality of life and welfare of people, economic, social, and cultural development, contribute mutual trust and understanding, strengthen cooperation among themselves and other developing countries, cooperation on issues like water resources, these are the प्राइमरी सोर्सेज, कि यहाँ इस खित्ते के लोगों की क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ को इम्प्रूव करना और उनके वेलफेयर के लिए मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव जो था. फिर इकोनॉमिक, सोशल और कल्चरल डेवलपमेंट चाहिए थी. इसके अलावा जो है कंट्रीब्यूट म्यूचुअल ट्रस्ट एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग, स्ट्रेंथन कोऑपरेशन अमंग देमसेल्व्स एंड अदर डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज, cooperation on issues like water resources. Secondary objectives. SARC also looks in critical areas like poverty, education and culture, sports, arts. These all are the secondary objective of the SAR, or the objective of the formation of the SAR. Now we will discuss the main thing, which is principle. First of all, respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity, political equality and independence of all the member states, no interference in the internal matters, all decisions should be taken unanimously, cooperation for mutual benefit, all bilateral issues to be set aside, and all the multilateral issues to be discussed. Now we have to see current members of the SAR. First one is Afghanistan. Second one is Bangladesh. Third one is Bhutan. Fourth one is India. Fifth one is Maldives. Sixth one is Nepal. Seventh one is Pakistan. Eighth one is Sri Lanka. These all are the members, these 8 are the members of SAR: Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. Now we will read about the observers of the SAR. First one is Australia. Second one is China. Third one is European Union. Fourth one is Japan. On fifth number is Iran. On sixth number is Mauritius. On seventh number is Myanmar. On sixth number is South Korea and USA. These all are the observers. These 9 are the observer of the SAR. Thank you, students. If you have any question, you can ask me anytime without any hesitation. Good luck.